We've had record heat with no rain for the last several days, so I'm still loving it. It gets a little stuffy inside when you don't have air conditioning, though. But I have been all week coming at you, and last week with recipe ideas that are healthy twists on classic favorites. So I'm continuing it tonight, and ever since this afternoon, and I got my lunchtime workout in, I came home and ate some protein, had some tuna, and I had a craving for something sweet. So I am bringing you a recipe for, I believe the correct title, let's read the title so I don't want to misrepresent this recipe. It's the vanilla birthday cake bar. So not only is it gluten-free, but it's also paleo. So if you are on one of those diets, this recipe is for you. So what you need for your recipe for your vanilla birthday cake bars is you're going to need some almond flour and also a little bit of coconut flour. You will need a 1/4 cup of butter or ghee. I'm using butter today. I have not used a lot of ghee in my recipes in the past, personally or here online, but it's something we can look into and I can get more information for you as well. You're also going to need a little bit of vanilla and some raw honey for sweetener. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna use one bowl to mix this up, and all our ingredients are gonna go in the same bowl. So I'm gonna do our wet ingredients first, just because I don't like to waste a bowl to do separate dry ingredients. So I'm going to add my 1/4 cup of butter or ghee. I'm using butter, or all natural organic butter. I have a 1/4 cup, which is a half a stick or a 1/4 pound. We are also going to use 1/3 cup of raw honey. I'm going to get that out and let me see if I can find my proper measuring cup. This is our sweetener we're using for our paleo and gluten-free birthday cake vanilla bars. I've been craving something sweet and I've been really good all week trying to behave myself. Sweets are my one downfall when I'm trying to eat healthy. That's the one thing I crave. I can stay away from the chips and the breads and the extra cheese. Those are easier for me to avoid after trying to eat clean for so many years. But when it comes to sugar, oh goodness, that's my struggle. So we're going to add that in. So it's our 1/4 cup, or our 1/3 cup of honey, raw honey. We have our 1/4 cup of butter or ghee. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Be careful with your ingredients, with your vanilla. If you are doing the paleo, you're going to want to double check your ingredients on that. Mine's pure vanilla extract though, but some of the imitation vanillas have additives and preservatives, so check that out for your own dietary needs. We're also going to add 1 egg at this time. This is why this is not a vegan recipe, because we have the egg and honey. Okay, so those are animal products, so this is paleo, not vegan. So I'm going to mix my wet ingredients together, the butter, the honey, the egg, and the vanilla. And then also remember, even though they're calling these paleo and gluten-free, but they are birthday cake vanilla bars, they do have sprinkles in them, which are optional. You can replace it with your unflavored coconut, a dark chocolate or carob chip. But if you are using these sprinkles, which it does not mention in the recipe, read your labels, folks, because again, sprinkles are very artificial and they're made with not real food products all the time. So you want to read that because it could take away from, this has cornstarch in it, so therefore it could be considered not gluten-free anymore, and also some of the artificial sweeteners and other additives could take it off the paleo list as well. So proceed with caution. When you see recipes that say that they're paleo, gluten-free, you have to watch your ingredients and read the labels. All right, so it calls for 1.5 cups of our almond flour. Pardon me for doing this right in front of my face, but I am so short and don't have much room to work in here, so I know I'm blocking some things. All right, so there's 1.5 cups of almond flour. We're gonna mix it, and it also did call for a bit of coconut flour, so we're using 2 flours here. 1/4 cup of your coconut flour. So we're gonna add that in as well. And we're going to continue to stir in our dry ingredients. So you're going to want to preheat the oven. Now this I might wait till later in my own home here to bake. I don't have any pre-baked to show you, but I'll definitely share when I get it done. But it's a little warm today, and so I'll probably wait till it cools off a little bit this evening or after dinner to turn my oven on when I know I'm not going to be in the kitchen space any longer today, because it's already pretty warm in our house. And baking is probably not the ideal idea right now, but a lot of you have air conditioners and fans out there, so feel free to proceed as you need. We're also going to be adding some sprinkles to this. We're going to be adding 3 tablespoons of sprinkles and a little bit to sprinkle on top. So use a sprinkle of your choice. Again, these can be omitted. They're not necessary. It just adds to that whole birthday cake theme. You typically see sprinkles in recipes that are titled birthday cake. It's usually that colorful pop that gives it that birthday cake look. So that's what people look for when you read birthday cake. So these could just easily be called vanilla cake bars or vanilla chocolate chip cake bars, whatever your add-in is, or omit it altogether and they're still delicious, it says, without anything in them. So there you have it. Before I put these in my pan, I'm going to very carefully cover this huge container of sprinkles because, oh my goodness, if I knocked that on the floor, I would be beside myself. And it's the little round ones that would probably I'd be finding for months in all the little nooks and crannies on my kitchen. So I'm going to lightly grease my pan. You can use parchment paper as well if you so desire instead of, skip that step. And then put your batter, your vanilla birthday cake bar batter right in the pan. And this is going to go in the oven at 350 and we're going to bake it for approximately, I believe, 20 minutes. I'll double check on that time for you, but also I'll be attaching the recipe in the comments below so you'll have it for yourself as well. Now this is just going to go in a small square pan, or mine just happens to be rectangular this evening. It's just a smaller half cake pan or the small square cake pan, the 8x8 if you are a baker and know the pan sizes. And that's all you do. My little sprinkles, I have the round ones instead of the long ones that are called, I think you call them jimmies. That's what I always grew up calling them, and the round ones we called sprinkles. So the color, because there's dye in it. So again, if you have sensitivities to food additives, the sprinkles do have food coloring or food dye in them. So please be aware of that. But again, that can be easily omitted and does not affect the outcome of your recipe. It's just more decorative. So then it said you can sprinkle a few more of your sprinkles on top to give that extra little pop. And then this is going to go in the oven at 350 once again for about 20 minutes. So it's a great recipe. Again, it is paleo and gluten-free, so if that's a type of diet that you're following, but it also has a lot of healthy alternative ingredients with it, that so we're not eating all that processed flour and sugar. So it's a great idea. Give it a try, and I will let you know how they turn out. I hope you guys have a great evening. Don't forget, I did mention earlier in a posting that unfortunately Netflix is canceled tonight at 7 due to some connectivity issues. We've been having issues in our area here, a lot of people with getting kicked offline. So he didn't want to risk it tonight, ruining his program. So he'll be back at Tuesday. I am off tomorrow, folks. I'm off tomorrow. I almost forgot. Matt, the wonderful Matt Sabatini, will be filling in for me tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And he will have some wonderful things with you. He's also going to be coming at you with the 10 a.m. Workout of the day. So you'll see a lot of Matt tomorrow, and lots of our other favorites will be on as well. We have live music tomorrow at noon. And then at 1, Words of Wellness with Brian. At 2, Ed is back with technology. 3, Gardening 101. At 4 is Sports Talk with Matt. And at 5, Ray will be coming. Oh, I apologize. Steph will be wrapping up the day and the week for you. So thanks again to Matt and Steph for covering me tomorrow. I'm going to be spending some time with my stepdaughter while we still have some summer left. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back here Monday at 9 a.m. Thanks so much for being here.